Comrade officers, dear friends, I am pleased to welcome you all and congratulate you on a truly significant milestone in your life. You have successfully completed your training in military academies, universities, the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Emergency Situations, law enforcement agencies, and special services. You have received the highest marks in your final exams. You have demonstrated excellent knowledge of special training and skills in the most modern equipment. I am sure that such a strong professional base will allow you to solve the most difficult and responsible tasks, to serve Russia and our people with dignity. On this solemn day, we have gathered in the Georgian Hall of the Moscow Kremlin. This majestic pantheon of glory of Russian weapons recalls the legendary battles and heroes of 1812. It serves as an inspiring example of the strength and unwavering spirit of many generations of defenders of the fatherland. The new stage of your service begins in the 80th anniversary of the great victory. Today, we are also fighting for our future. All our soldiers are direct heirs of the heroes of the great patriotic war. All generations of defenders of the millennial Russia. Always remember that you are carrying on the great cause of your great-grandfathers, fathers, their example, their loyalty to the fatherland, truth and justice, a reliable and unwavering moral compass. And being equal to it, I am sure that you will write new glorious pages in the history of our armed forces, law enforcement agencies, and special services. Dear friends, the modern international situation is changing rapidly. We can see how the situation in the Middle East has sharpened. Regional powers are also involved in the conflict. All this brings the world to a very dangerous point. We cannot help but be concerned that a number of Western politicians continue to implement plans to cause Russia a strategic defeat. History does not teach them anything. They continue to send weapons and money to the current Kiev regime. They provide military and technical intelligence support. In fact, they are direct participants in the conflict. We also know that NATO is planning to announce the start of a large-scale program to further enhance the capabilities of the alliance. The country's military budget will be increased for its implementation. Meanwhile, members of the bloc are already spending more than all the countries of the world together for military purposes. It is clear who is actually provoking the global militarization and arms race. Based on their plans, the alliance leadership is once again claiming that Russia is posing a threat, that it is possibly invading Europe. They have come up with this horror story and have been repeating it year after year in order to deceive their own people and extort money from them. However, here too we are once again faced with the usual and unforgiving lie. Given the growing geopolitical tension, we will continue to take adequate measures to strengthen Russia's security and our allies, to develop our armed forces as a guarantee of sovereign and independent development of Russia. The current task remains to enhance the combat capabilities of all types of armed forces and units. In this way, due to the growing role of unmanned aerial vehicles in modern conflicts, a new company of troops, the Unmanned Systems Forces, is being formed. This year, we will complete the entire range of organizational measures to form units and formations of the Moscow and Leningrad military districts. In addition, the naval infantry brigades will be deployed in divisions. Their strike power and combat capabilities will increase in quality. As before, one of the priority areas is the technical modernization of the Army and Navy, primarily as part of a new large-scale and long-term state arms program. We will pay special attention to our nuclear triad. In this way, the modern Yars missile systems will be deployed to the strategic missile forces, and the Tupolev Tu-160M modernized missile carriers will be added to the aviation component of the strategic nuclear forces this year. In addition, the serial production of the latest medium-range missile system, the Oreshnik, is being deployed, which has proven to be very good in combat conditions. As part of the Navy, new ships and submarines will be added, which are equipped with high-precision means of defeating the last generation. We will continue to consistently increase the authority and social status of the officers' corps. You are the main support of our armed forces, and you are called upon to serve as a role model for your colleagues, as a model of professionalism and military honor, discipline, and a dignified, caring attitude to your personnel and your comrades in arms. Comrades, I would like to welcome the officers in this room who will soon replenish the personnel of the FSB and the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the National Guard, the Ministry of Emergency Situations, the Federal Security Service, the Investigative Committee, the Military Prosecutor's Office, and everyone else. We all understand that the reliable protection of the country from internal and external threats requires a clear coordination of law enforcement agencies and special services, as well as other security forces. Our maximum focus is on solving key issues, including the fight against attempts to destabilize the social and political situation, terrorism, crime and corruption, strengthening public order, and the immediate elimination of the consequences of natural disasters. And of course, the assistance you provide to the military personnel in carrying out special military operations is indispensable. I am convinced that you are well aware of the scale and nature of the tasks and will do everything necessary for their reliable solution. Dear friends, we must work together to improve our armed forces, to improve the effectiveness of all structures responsible for the country's security. I am confident that you will perform your duties responsibly and with high dedication, serving Russia and our people faithfully and faithfully. I wish you and all the graduates of 2025 success, health and well-being, to your mentors, family and friends. Have a good time.